Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Kagem. Okay, you guys, so today we're going to do a preview of Versace and Bottega Veneta's Spring Summer collections 2023. I love Versace so much. You guys, you know how much I love the brand. I'm wearing Ralph Lauren. This is Ralph Lauren, but you know that I got the Versace jeans couture t-shirt from South Africa. You know how much I love the brand. I ride for Versace big time. Love them. I'm really getting into Bottega as well. I feel like this year for me has been the year of like Bottega, like low key. I've been following what the house is up to. I really love the ready to wear that I saw when I was in Paris in January. So I thought it could be nice to combine the two. They're both Italian houses. So I thought it could be really nice to combine the two. And by the way, because I was like getting ready to film this video, I was telling Edwin, I was like, have you ever been to Rome, like on a pilgrimage? He's like, no. I was like, you? He's like, no. And I was like, okay, we both haven't been to the Vatican. We should go to the Vatican, and then obviously I'll go to all of the luxury stores in Rome afterwards. See me there. Okay, so let's go through everything here. Let's start off with Big Versace Honey and the Spring Summer 2023 collection. This was shown in Milan Fashion Week a few weeks ago. So yeah, here we go. Versace called this, they on their Instagram, they call it Fierce Energy Versace. So we have, this is like a sort of violet, like a very deep violet color for these bags, and this like ready to wear kind of looks like leather. This is interesting. It has Medusas everywhere, of course, as usual. So you guys, you know, Medusa is like the icon of the brand, the Medusa itself. And I think the story behind the Medusa, if I recall correctly, is that Gianni Versace saw like a Medusa in the original first like office for the brand when he launched the brand. The brand was founded in 1978. There was like a Medusa, I think, on the floor or the walls or something. So then they used it in their iconography. There's also this, these Medusa sunglasses look interesting. I saw these, I watched the catwalk show, and I saw them and I was like, ooh, this is interesting. That bag is the Greco Goddess bag. This is like their new bag that I can see that they're pushing lately. Those sunglasses are so Y2K. Y2K was my era. I was like a teenager around that time. And I don't know, I like this. I have to say, I really, really like it. It looks really cool. And then there's a lot of fringe, like there's a ton of fringe at the moment for Spring Summer. We saw a lot of fringe in Big H's Spring Summer collection, and you can see like fringe and tassels here. What do you guys think about this? I mean, what are our thoughts on this? Because I feel like it looks good on the catwalk, but would it actually look good in real life, you know, if a client purchased and was walking around with this? I mean, I don't know, but And then there are these shoes. What were your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on these shoes? Do you like them? They look incredibly painful, really, really hard to wear. And then again here, there's that Greco Goddess bag. I do like this bag. I think this bag has like a kind of vintage feel to it. I was talking to one of my viewers who's from another African country, and she was asking me about the Medusa. We were having a private conversation about the Medusa, and she loves Versace and loves the brand, but she was like, can you explain what the Medusa is? So I'm explaining to her what the Medusa is, and I think I figured out why Versace are pushing this monogram. I feel like the Medusa is so cool, so unique. It's, you know, who they are. But I do feel like they want to give options to clients who don't necessarily want like the image of an icon perhaps on their bags or their clothing perhaps for cultural reasons or religious reasons. And we were having a chat, and by the time we finished talking, she's like, oh my god, that's really cool. Like, I like that they have the Greco monogram, and they have the Medusa, and they have different options for different people. Not every person who loves Versace wants to have the Medusa iconography. Me putting my hands up, I love the Medusa iconography, but it's not for everyone. But there are many people who do love the Versace brand and want to, you know, shop from the house, but don't necessarily want the iconography everywhere for their own personal reasons, as I said. I do think that this plays a role into why the Greco monogram now is really being pushed by the brand. Like, if you go on the website, there are tons of products like in lots of different categories with the Greco monogram. they still have the Virtus V motif as well, which I think I've said in previous Versace videos, like, oh my god, I hate the Virtus V. I hate it, and I love it now. I love it. I love it. I was looking at their homewares the other day and I was like, oh, the Virtus V. I love it. I shouldn't have been so harsh about it because I really like it now. So yeah, this is the Greco goddess bag. It's, you know, interesting. And then there's this look right here. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like this was their spring summer collection. It was meant to be like kind of grungy, like a grungy girl's like spring summer collection. I don't know how I feel about this one now, but okay. And then there are these shoes right here. What do you guys think about these shoes? I feel like Versace had such a huge year with the Ivita's platforms, and I'm super curious, like, did the brand foresee how massive those platforms were going to be? I don't know if they did, so now they're coming out with different variations, because the Ivita's platforms from Versace have been duped so hard. They have been ripped off so hard. So I'm super curious, like, maybe they've been creating different shoe styles because they, you know, want to kind of capitalize off the big shoe trend. Because again, it's just a Y2K trend. I wanted to show you what other things that I loved from the collection. Absolutely love this. I think this was the most beautiful bag from the collection. This is a sort of, again, a very deep purple, almost metallic looking Medusa bag. I think the Medusa like bag collection motif looks best when it's like this. Like, I don't know if you've seen it on their website. They have the like ultra matte Medusas, so they're like ultra matte. I feel like that's when the Medusa icon looks really good. Like I said, I think the sign of a brand that is truly moving with the times is a brand that understands their different types of clients who really like what they do. Like I said, not every single person who loves Versace necessarily wants to have the icon of the Medusa, you know, there all of the time. So I feel like this is a really and then I wanted to show you this one again. I think this is also part of the Greco Goddess line. This is interesting. Thoughts on this? It looks like a clutch. Love that Greco Goddess like hardware as well on there. So I wanted to also show you that. What do you guys think about this? Hobos are so big right now. Like, did anyone foresee the return of the hobo? Like, I want to know what you guys think about these hobos coming back. I just think it's super interesting. And then there's this like studded Medusa like this. Thoughts on this? What do we think about this? Thought that was interesting. And then again, the Greco Goddess bag again. This is a black one. So yeah, I'd love to know what you think about all of those things that came from the Spring Summer 2023 collection from Versace, and will you be reserving anything from the collection? What did you guys think about the Versace Spring Summer 2023 collection? Did you like anything? Will you be reserving anything from the collection? If so, let me know what you're deciding to get. I really think that metallic dark like purple Medusa is going to be really a standout piece. Versace's accessories are always amazing, and you shouldn't just go by the catwalk show to judge particularly the strength of the accessories. I've noticed, like, when it pertains to like sunglasses or fashion jewelry and things like that. So definitely contact your Versace SA and ask them like when the collection is coming out. I think Versace's had a very interesting year. As someone who really likes the brand and supports the brand, I think Versace's had a very interesting year. The Fendace collection was very interesting. It was, I don't know, it was just super interesting for me to see the way Versace was received by people who wouldn't have shopped at the brand anyway, because people have a lot of like I think people have a lot of misconceptions around the brand, because I think it's just so easy to be like, oh my god, I don't like logos, so I don't like that brand. Like, I feel like if you're into luxury fashion, you kind of owe it to yourself to really watch other collections from other houses and not just assume that everything is this like super logo heavy thing. Of course, it's a very vibrant brand, but they do have a lot of subtle pieces. Those of you who aren't into logos, go check out the section on their website featuring all of the dresses. They have tons of like black dresses and very simple dresses that are very high quality, very subtle. They literally have like a tiny Medusa maybe here, like on the strap at the top or something. So go check that out if you're not someone who's really into like Medusas or logos. And if you don't like the Medusa, you can opt for the Greco monogram. So the Greco monogram is their new monogram, When they like revealed the Greco monogram a few years ago, the critique that they got was, oh, it looks too much like Balmain's monogram. Like, honestly, I don't know if people, boo-boo, are like really studying these things. Like, Balmain's monogram, like, said it has the initials of Pierre Balmain in it. Like, the Greco monogram does not look like Balmain's monogram. Okay, guys, stop. By the way, I really like the Balmain show. Did anyone like the Balmain show? Tell me what you think about that. Okay, now let's move on to Bottega Veneta's Spring Summer 2023 collection, which I also really liked. By the way, you can go look at the pictures on my blog. They're linked below for Bottega Veneta's collection. And this is so meta. I am looking at the pictures on my blog while talking to you guys in the camera. So make sure you go check out the pictures below if you just want to look at pictures. So let's get started. Love this bag, this like beautiful chocolate brown bag with that, you know, classic Bottega Veneta weaving. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Love this one as well. This is like a huge travel bag. I think this would be a travel bag. I don't know if Big C's double XL travel bag has been discontinued, but I feel like this would be a nice replacement for that one. And then there's this absolutely monstrously big one as well. This is incredibly big. Thoughts on this one? Do we like it? Are we obsessed? Or is it too big? Let me know. And then there are these shoes that look kind of creepy. Does anyone like Nicholas Kirkwood's shoes? This kind of gives me Nicholas Kirkwood vibes. I think he was a very talented shoe designer. This kind of gives me those vibes. I just wanted to just show you a picture of this black dress with this just like, I don't know, it's just like a simple, beautiful black dress, but I kind of like the sleeves as well. I believe this is the Italian supermodel Maria Carla Boscono. Yeah, just love this. I just thought it's just simple and classic Bottega when it pertains to the ready-to-wear. And like I told you, in January, I remember going to Galeries Lafayette on the Champs-Élysées, and they had a Bottega Veneta concession, and I remember like touching the fabrics of the prêt-à-porter and being like, wow, the quality is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely stunning. And then there's some bags here as well. I just wanted to show you. There's also this coat. Loving the coat. Bottega have got some really pricey coats, but I just thought I would show you as well. I love this. Again, this is like a beautiful like dark red. It's like a sort of dark blood red color. Honestly, this looks like a musical instrument, but I do love it. Do you guys know those like crescent boy bags from Big C that I have told you guys before I don't like them? They look like musical instruments, but like from medieval times that I don't like. This looks like a musical instrument, but it's like the cool, edgy, futuristic one from the future. I like this. And then there's this really gorgeous weaved bag. Now, this is so beautiful, but it really does look like a lot of bags that artisans in Tanzania make at like local markets in Dar, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So I just wanted to quickly show you those stunning pieces. These were some of my favorites from the Bottega Veneta collection. So I feel like if I was to explain my like ready-to-wear style, I'm gonna mention the brands that sum up like my ready to wear, like who I am in terms of clothing, and I always look to see what clothing they are doing. Versace, obviously, if that wasn't obvious enough. Big C, aka Chanel Honey, and I would definitely put Bottega as my number 3, and then I'll put Gucci, and then I'll put Haya as well there. So I think you can kind of get a feeling from my style being, my style tends to be like lean towards prints, bright colors, and monograms. But I do like Bottega Veneta's approach to using a lot of texture. Like they use a lot of texture in their clothing. I'm not a minimalist, so I wouldn't be able to go for a brand that's completely minimalistic. I'm kind of like in my head, I'm one of those people who would rather just like maybe go to Zara just to get like a classic basic or a staple piece. But I feel like they have a lot of texture in their clothing and their accessories. I have never been one who is a huge fan, particularly of their accessories. I know that Bottega has been very trendy for the past few years. I've never been someone who was like, oh my God, I really love, you know, Bottega maybe for like, you know, accessories or whatever, because I've always felt like, I don't know, I've always felt like the bags and accessories like for me went, they didn't like scream my name. And then when the cassette bag came out, that's when I was like, whoa. And if you remember from my Parisian vlogs, I remember like when I was in the concession at the Champs-Élysées, I was picking up the cassette and it is so heavy. It fell over. I remember it fell over and the essay's looking at me like, go. I was like, Bottega are not playing with you. This leather is serious. That's when I was like, okay, Bottega, you're serious. I think the cassette was a really great moment for the brand, and I think we got to see them just in a fresh light, and to see them just be kind of different and fresh, and I think that's something that I really liked about them. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of Bottega Veneta when I go traveling, and I think they have a boutique on the Avenue Montaigne. I never went in last time, but because this year has been kind of like the year of me getting to know the Bottega house, like I said, for me, it's not so much about their handbags. I know many of you want to see accessories, that's why I've posted them, but I like their ready-to-wear and specifically their denim. I've really been loving the look of their denim, so hopefully I'll go to the flagship store on the Avenue Montaigne in Paris, and I will have a look at their denim and see what it looks like in real life. I did check and it seems like my size is there. So yeah, that's also really exciting. So I just wanted to share what I've been loving from the Spring Summer collection shows. Did you like when I previewed the catwalk shows of different brands? I can only talk about brands that I like, so I can't preview. If I don't love the brand, I'm not going to talk about it. But just because I didn't talk about it doesn't mean I don't love the brand. Like, I love Gucci. I didn't preview the collection, but I really liked what Gucci did this year, and I hope to cover Gucci more because I really am loving what the house is up to at the moment. I know they just had that collab with Palace, which I kind of liked. I thought it was just so vibrant and in your faces. You know, big Gucci honey, she's gonna do what she's gonna do. Okay, I just kind of like that about the brand, so I like that. So anyway, I wanted to show you the Versace and Bottega favorites. What were your favorites from any of the things that I liked? What did you like? What didn't you like? It's okay, you don't have to like what I like. If you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like. Don't bring up big C and big H. Some of you are like, oh, I didn't like this. Some of you do this thing where you're like, if we're talking about another brand on this channel, you'd be like, oh, I didn't like that. Just go to Hermes, just go to Hermes. No, we're talking about big Versace honey and big Bottega in this video. What did you like from Versace? What didn't you like? What did you like from Bottega? And what didn't you like? So make sure that you tell me. I really hope that you like this video. There's some housekeeping stuff I want to tell you about. Tomorrow is the launch of my newsletter. Tomorrow is the 17th of October. I'm super excited. So it's the launch of my newsletter. I would love to know if you guys are subscribed, yes or no. Please go and subscribe. It's linked below. You need to subscribe, and I want to tell you why. If you have been following a lot of your favorite influencers and bloggers over the past 2 to 3 months, you've noticed that YouTube have rolled out this thing called memberships, and Instagram have also rolled out this thing called what's it called? It's like subscribers or subscriptions or something. Like, you can subscribe to someone on Instagram and you can become a member of their channel. Obviously you have to make a payment, you pay them, whatever. Okay, so let's just be clear. I'm not going to do that, but I understand why people are doing that, and I want to kind of chat about why I'm telling you guys so much to go join the Facebook group and to go join the newsletter as well, and to go follow me on Instagram and TikTok and to read my blog. The reason why I'm saying that is a few reasons. First of all, I feel like I work really hard on this hobby. This isn't my job, and I work hard on this hobby for my videos to be seen. It's actually really hard for my videos to be seen. My blog, okay, in Google is seen quicker than my videos. It's crazy. Like, I was looking at the analytics of my blog, which isn't dependent on this channel whatsoever. Like, my blog kind of exists in its own solar system. And to be fair, I do digital marketing for a living, and I do analytics for a living. So, like, I know how to do SEO, so I know how to get my things seen within SEO, like if it's like a website, because that's my job, right? So it wasn't hard to like get people to read my blog and things like that. Even though of course I remind you guys, hey guys, go read the blog. People are reading it on their own and finding me through Google, which is super exciting. The problem is that on YouTube, it's so hard at the moment to get your videos seen. I don't want to film shorts. You're noticing a lot of people are filming shorts because shorts kind of ruin your position in the algorithm. And it's just so hard to get your videos noticed by other people if you don't have like a ton of followers, okay? Whereas my blog, it doesn't matter how many people read the blog. If I'm writing things that are relevant, that people are searching for, Google is going to recommend my blog posts to people who are searching on Google, right? So I want you guys to follow me on my social platforms, especially like the newsletter and the Facebook group and Instagram and TikTok, because I feel like those platforms are working better for me at the moment with this hobby. And another thing is there's a degree of privacy that comes with particularly like, let's say, the email newsletter and Facebook, that just doesn't come with having this channel. So when you have like a YouTube channel, you don't know who's watching. In my Facebook group, I pretty much know who is in the group, pretty much. And with the email newsletter, it's like the person's email and their name, so I know who's reading the email newsletter. Whereas with this channel, I beg your pardon, I don't really know who everyone is who's watching my videos. You saw with my big like ticket wish list items video, the one that I did previously, telling you guys the expensive pieces I'm going to be buying moving forward. Those are things which I think I would just feel much more comfortable sharing in like the email newsletter and my Facebook group and my Instagram and TikTok. I'm not saying I wouldn't share them on this channel, but I just feel like it's much more like private that way, if that makes sense. And it's not private because you don't have to pay to read my newsletter, you don't have to pay to be in my Facebook group and stuff. But I honestly understand why bloggers do that, because there is that degree of you don't really know who's watching your videos. And the problem when you are like posting this content, you subject yourself to a lot of hate and critique and criticism. And I know you're going to be like, you know, get over it. People have opinions. You can't control people's opinions. I agree, okay? But there does come a point where maybe someone wants to show something super expensive and they're afraid if they show it that people are going to, you know, slag them off or have a massive go at them or be trolls in the comments. That literally happened in my big wish list video. I took a chance. I was like, let me just share the big things I want to buy. And someone left a really nasty troll comment. I've blocked that person, I've banned that person, so I will never see, and that person is shadow banned now from my channel, which is even worse. So I can kind of see why people do those things. So anyway, go join the newsletter below and go join the group. It's really important. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm not abandoning YouTube, honey. I am still here. I'll be posting videos. I'll be doing 2 videos a week moving forward. And like, if I have time to do a third video, I'll throw one in on Tuesday, but I'll be doing Thursday and Saturday. I've got dragging videos coming next week as well, the videos that you guys like so much. And I just feel like you don't want to miss out on the content that's going to be here. I've got my trips coming up. It's just going to be so much fun being here. But I guess what I'm saying is, I just feel like I'm going to be able to share so much more in these other platforms basically versus here, where it's like it leaves you very exposed. I want to talk about very expensive things, and I would love if you would follow me basically on my group, my email newsletter, Instagram, TikTok, and read my blog from time to time if you want to, okay? So I just had to kind of explain, and trust me, I know that some of you are like, oh my God, you know, bloggers, like they just do these things, they're gonna make a ton of money of us, you know. I know why you think that, but honestly, most bloggers are doing that because they don't know who's watching their videos, and there's a degree of privacy that comes with knowing who is watching your content and reading your content, particularly if your government name is connected to your channel. I don't hide anything. I don't have an alias or an avatar or a gangster rap name, although I need a gangster rap name. And in fact, I'm gonna tell my husband to come up with one right now, because you know, I love hip hop, I love rappers. Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. Nicki Minaj is like my favorite rapper right now. I think I need a gangster rap name, okay? But because like my identity is connected to my channel, sometimes like you leave yourself exposed. So anyway, you've heard me kind of explain why you need to go join the newsletter. To everyone who has subscribed to the newsletter already, God bless you, thank you. It's coming out tomorrow. I'm literally going to release it as soon as I leave the office and I'm done with work. The newsletter will be out, and then my next video will be on Thursday, and it's going to be a dragging video because there's a whole lot of mess with your favorite brands as usual. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week in my subsequent videos.